Have you ever stopped to question what reality truly is? What if I told you that your view of the world, your beliefs, and even your desires have been shaped since the moment you were born? It's unsettling, isn't it? But this is a truth that many never come to face. Today we're going to uncover how the reality you know might be a carefully constructed illusion, and more importantly, how you can start awakening to the true essence of your existence. So if you've ever felt that there's something deeper, something beyond what you've been taught, stay with me until the end of this video. This journey could change your perception of life forever. Are you ready to open your eyes? From the moment we are born, we are placed into a system. This system goes far beyond physical structures like schools, governments, or religions. It's an invisible web of beliefs, norms, and expectations that dictates how we should live, think, and even feel. This invisible system is so deeply embedded in our lives that most of us don't even realize it's there. It starts with our families, who pass down cultural traditions, societal rules, and unspoken expectations. Then it continues in schools, where we're taught not only academic knowledge but also how to conform, to sit still, follow instructions, and fit neatly into a predefined role. But have you ever wondered why these roles exist? Why are certain paths in life considered right, while others are dismissed as foolish or unrealistic? The truth is, these systems weren't designed with your personal growth or happiness in mind. They were created to maintain order, control, and predictability. Take, for example, the education system. It's often described as a tool for enlightenment, yet it functions more like a factory. It produces workers, not thinkers. Creativity and independent thought are stifled in favor of obedience and efficiency, and the cycle doesn't end there. Once we graduate, we're funneled into careers, chasing goals that society has defined as successful. The result? Many of us end up living lives that don't feel like our own. We pursue dreams that were never truly ours to begin with, driven by expectations implanted in us from an early age. This system even extends into our perceptions of self-worth. Advertisements, media, and social platforms constantly bombard us with messages about what we should look like, what we should own, and who we should be. This creates a never-ending cycle of comparison and inadequacy, keeping us distracted from asking deeper questions about who we are and what we truly want from life. It's important to understand that this manipulation isn't the result of some grand conspiracy orchestrated by a single group or individual. Rather, it's the natural outcome of a society that prioritizes control, productivity, and consumption over personal freedom and authentic self-expression. But here's the most important question. If this system shapes your reality, how do you break free from it? The first step is awareness. You must begin to recognize the invisible influences at play in your life. Start by asking yourself, why do I believe what I believe? Are my goals truly mine, or are they reflections of societal expectations? What parts of my identity feel authentic, and which parts feel imposed? The moment you start questioning the foundations of your reality, cracks begin to form in the illusion, and through those cracks the light of truth starts to shine. Our perception of reality is not only shaped by societal systems, but also actively programmed by external forces. These forces, ranging from media to culture and even language, serve to reinforce the illusion and keep us disconnected from our true selves. Let's start with media. From a young age, we're exposed to stories, advertisements, and narratives that subtly influence how we view the world. Movies portray the ideal life. Social media showcases curated highlights of others' experiences, and news outlets decide which events are worthy of our attention. Each of these elements contributes to shaping a worldview that aligns with the system's goals: consumerism, competition, and conformity. For instance, think about advertising. It doesn't just sell products, it sells lifestyles, desires, and even identities. You're not simply buying a pair of shoes, you're buying the promise of confidence or social acceptance. The constant barrage of these messages programs your subconscious mind to associate happiness with material possessions, keeping you in a cycle of endless consumption. Then there's culture. Cultural norms dictate how we should behave, what we should value, and even how we should express emotions. These norms vary from one society to another, but the underlying principle is the same. They create a framework for acceptable behavior. While this framework can provide a sense of belonging, it can also limit individuality. Take, for example, the concept of success. In many cultures, success is narrowly defined by financial achievement, professional status, or material wealth. This definition is so deeply ingrained that we rarely stop to question it. But what if success for you looks completely different? What if it's about living a simple, peaceful life, or dedicating yourself to creative expression? By programming us to chase a one-size-fits-all version of success, the system keeps us distracted from exploring our unique paths. Even language plays a role in shaping our perception. Words are not neutral. They carry the weight of cultural and societal meaning. For instance, terms like failure is normal or outcast are loaded with judgment, steering us towards certain behaviors while discouraging others. Language can box us into limited ways of thinking, making it harder to see beyond the constructs we've been taught. But perhaps the most insidious programming comes from fear. Fear is a powerful tool used to maintain control. Fear of failure, rejection, or even the unknown keeps us clinging to the safety of the familiar, even if that familiarity feels unfulfilling or false. We stay in jobs we hate, relationships that drain us, and routines that numb us, all because stepping outside of these boundaries feels too risky. So how do we begin to deprogram ourselves? It starts with questioning the sources of your beliefs. When you encounter a message, whether it's an ad, a social media post, or even advice from a loved one, ask yourself, who benefits from me believing this? Is this belief empowering, or does it limit me? Does this align with my authentic values? Another powerful practice is mindfulness. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you can start to notice patterns of conditioning. For instance, when you feel inadequate because of something you saw online, pause and reflect. Is that feeling rooted in truth, or is it the result of societal programming? As you develop this awareness, you'll begin to reclaim your perception. You'll start to see the world not as it has been presented to you, but as it truly is, a canvas of infinite possibilities. Breaking free from the illusion of a manipulated reality isn't just a mental process, it's deeply spiritual. At its core, spirituality invites us to go beyond the surface, beyond societal programming, and reconnect with the essence of who we truly are. It's the bridge that connects us to a deeper truth, one that exists outside the confines of systems and expectations. Spirituality begins with the understanding that you are more than the roles you play, the possessions you own, or the labels you've been given. Beneath all of that lies your true self, a being of consciousness, free and limitless. This realization can be both liberating and unsettling because it challenges everything you've been taught to believe about your identity. One of the most transformative spiritual tools for breaking free is self-inquiry. By asking profound questions like, who am I and what is my purpose, you can begin to peel back the layers of conditioning. This isn't about finding immediate answers, but about opening yourself to deeper awareness. The very act of questioning disrupts the illusion and creates space for new insights to emerge. Meditation is another essential practice. In stillness, you begin to detach from the constant stream of thoughts and external noise that reinforce the illusion. Meditation allows you to observe your mind without becoming entangled in its stories. Over time, this practice helps you distinguish between the conditioned mind, filled with fears, doubts, and societal programming, and your authentic self, which is grounded in peace and clarity. Spirituality also invites us to reconnect with the present moment. So much of the system's manipulation relies on keeping us focused on the past, regrets, failures, or the future, anxieties, aspirations. By grounding yourself in the now, you can break free from this cycle. The present moment is where your true power resides. It's the space where you can choose to act from authenticity rather than from fear or expectation. Another key aspect of spirituality is the recognition of interconnectedness. The system often isolates us, encouraging competition and division. But spirituality reminds us that we are all part of a greater whole. When you begin to see yourself as connected to others, to nature, and to the universe, the illusion of separation starts to dissolve. This shift in perspective fosters compassion, gratitude, and a sense of purpose that transcends material concerns. However, the spiritual path is not without its challenges. As you awaken to deeper truths, you may feel resistance, not only from within, but also from those around you. Friends, family, and society at large might struggle to understand your journey. This is because your awakening disrupts the status quo, and change often provokes fear in those still invested in the illusion. But remember, Your journey is not about pleasing others or conforming to their expectations. It's about aligning with your inner truth. And as you grow in this alignment, you'll naturally inspire others to begin questioning their own realities. Finally, it's important to integrate spirituality into your daily life. Awakening is not about escaping the world, but engaging with it from a place of authenticity and clarity. This might mean pursuing work that aligns with your values, building relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, or simply approaching life's challenges with a sense of curiosity rather than fear. Once you've awakened to the ways your reality has been manipulated, the next step is reclaiming your power and creating a life that aligns with your true self. This process isn't about rejecting society entirely or escaping its systems. It's about navigating the world consciously, making choices that reflect your inner truth rather than external programming. The first and most critical step is defining your values. Take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you, not what you've been told to prioritize, but what resonates deeply within your soul. Is it freedom, creativity, connection, growth? By identifying these core values, you create a compass that will guide your decisions and actions moving forward. With your values in mind, start setting intentions. Unlike goals, which are often tied to specific outcomes, intentions are about the energy and purpose you bring to your life. For instance, instead of aiming to achieve a certain career milestone, you might set an intention to live in alignment with your passion and talents. This subtle shift empowers you to focus on the journey rather than being trapped by societal definitions of success. Another crucial practice is conscious consumption. This applies not only to what you buy, but also to the information you absorb and the people you surround yourself with. Ask yourself, does this content uplift or inform me, or does it drain and distract me? Are my purchases aligned with my values, or are they driven by a need for validation or comparison? Do my relationships encourage authenticity and growth, or do they reinforce limiting beliefs? By being mindful of what you consume, you can start to detoxify your life from influences that perpetuate the illusion. Taking control of your reality also involves embracing discomfort. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones, and breaking free from societal programming often requires challenging deeply held beliefs and habits. For instance, you might need to confront fears of failure or judgment as you pursue a path that feels truer to you. But each step into discomfort is a step closer to liberation. It's also important to cultivate gratitude and presence. These practices anchor you in the now, where your true power lies. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your perspective from lack to abundance, breaking free from the system's trap of always needing more. Similarly, by staying present, you stop living on autopilot and start engaging with life consciously and intentionally. Taking control of your reality doesn't mean isolating yourself from others. It means building connections based on authenticity. Seek out communities and relationships that support your journey, where you can share your experiences and learn from others. The energy of collective awakening is powerful, and surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can accelerate your growth. Finally, remember that this process is a journey, not a destination. You don't have to have all the answers right away, and you will likely encounter setbacks along the way. What matters is your commitment to living truthfully and intentionally, even in the face of challenges. As we wrap up this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. From the invisible systems that shape our thoughts and beliefs to the external forces that program our perceptions, it's clear that the reality we've been living in is, in many ways, an illusion. Yet through awareness, spirituality, and intentional action, we hold the power to break free and reclaim our authentic lives. Awakening is not about rejecting the world, it's about seeing it clearly and choosing to engage with it on your terms. It's about questioning what you've been taught, embracing your inner truth, and creating a life that reflects your values and passions. This is a process of courage and commitment, but it's also one of profound liberation and joy. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Many are waking up to the deeper truths of existence, challenging old paradigms, and embracing a life of authenticity and connection. Every step you take toward your true self not only transforms your life, but also ripples outward, inspiring others to do the same. So take a deep breath and step boldly into your power. The tools are within you, and the path is yours to walk. If this message resonated with you, Share it with someone who might need to hear it. Let's continue this journey of awakening together. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep exploring, questioning, and expanding our understanding of what's possible. Until next time, stay curious and stay true to yourself.